Done my initial grinding and linishing. I've tidied up the fuller on both sides and I've tidied up the cutting edges. Now I'm going to anneal it and heat treat it. So the first thing to do is anneal it, so I need to heat the whole thing up to de-stress it, heat the whole sword up and then cool it in a pile of sand which I've got down here on the floor. Once it's cooled, I should have de-stressed it, taken out any of the stresses that have been put in by the forging and the initial grinding process. And then we can harden and temper it. Once we've hardened and tempered, it's onto the final polishing. Right then. So we're going to leave that to cool completely underneath the sand there, and we're going to see how it looks after we take it out. There might be a few little kinks and stuff in it that need straightening out, and it might need a second annealing before we do the heat treating. But we'll see what happens when we take it out of the sand. Right, it took a second annealing because after it came out of the sand it was quite heavily bowed. So I had put it through another annealing, but I've not bothered to film that because, let's face it, you don't really need to see the same thing twice. So now we're on to hardening. Now this is quite a hard steel, so it doesn't need to get really, really hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up to like a bright red or a really dull orange, and I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to quench it in the oil tank. So, apologies, the sunlight has completely stripped away the heat colours, but this is a nice bright red, and into the pot it goes. Lovely. Right, it's out of the oil tub, and I have scoured the oily scale off the fuller of the blade because we're going to temper it now, and we want to be able to see that temper colour flowing through the blade. So what I'm going to do is going to heat the first part of the blade up first, and I'm going to slowly draw it back and forth, and you might see the colour change. You've got to be really, really careful, because if this goes too hot we're going to ruin the hardening process and have to do that again. So I'm just going to slowly pass it back and forth. Just coming up straw colour now. If you can see this slightly yellowy colour, that's what we call straw, and you see the purple starting to show on the middle of the blade. So now we need to sort of carefully temper the areas. That's it. Very, very slowly changing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now we need to get it in by the tang. Now the tang will be a bit harder because there's a bit more mass of metal in behind the tang, but we haven't actually hardened and tempered because we don't need to. So we're really, really carefully going to get that colour to flow up there. Lovely blue. A little bit more down by the tang. It's a little bit hot. A little postage box of flame. Lovely. Okay, and then we are just going to quench it off in water. That's it, that's the polishing on the blade complete. So this concludes part 1 of the series of videos on making the Gilling Sword. Join me for the next video where we're going to be looking at making the hilt components. Thanks very much, take care everybody.